Good evening, everybody. I am Dylan with the CRN Broadcasting Network. Tonight on tap, we have the IndyCar IR18s at Detroit Al Bell. Tonight it's a little bit different as Carl and Jimmy are not in the booth tonight, and for the rest of the season, it'll be me for the rest of the season as you got me, as they found another league to broadcast, and they took me up as their replacement for tonight on this beautiful Monday night in Detroit. So far, 4 minutes into qualifying, we have Sahaj Podhair in first, Alex Carver in second, Matt Crockett in third, Vesuvasum in fourth, Kevin Foster in fifth, and Tim Thompson in sixth place so far. Only 6 guys have qualified. Nobody else out there as of right now getting any laps in. So nobody's out on track. And there are going to be 2 caution flags tonight if there needs to be due to a tow, which hopefully none of that happens. They can keep it clean, keep it green all the way through this whole race tonight. But if it does happen, there will be a caution thrown. So you may hear a little bit of radio chatter on this end of the microphone as I have to listen and follow along to see if anybody does get a little spicy out there on track and does have to tow. But not exactly sure how many laps. I will get that for you here real quick. But while we do that, I'll go ahead and go over the race info for tonight. Tonight, we're at Detroit Grand Prix. Nice little 2.34 mile track. Temperature's 107 at the track, but it is a cool blue sky with 75-degree weather. 30% chance of looks like rain or maybe even humidity. Not exactly sure. 8-mile-an-hour wind, so that's going to be a little different for us tonight. But it is in Detroit, the heart of Michigan, as they call it, the hand mitten of it all. But tonight, we do have a little bit as we're going to go ahead and bring in possibly a in-race reporter. Not sure if we could, but before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and get the Detroit. Let me look here. It is 40 laps. So 40 laps on tap for tonight. And we will definitely see exactly what we can have on deck for him tonight. All right, guys, sorry about that. I had to take care of a little bit of race control duties there, but they are, it looks like, going to enhance the qualifying tonight. Again, only 6 guys out here at the track, 7 guys out here racing tonight. It's going to be a good race tonight as we get done with qualifying here. We got 2 minutes left, but they said that everybody was done qualifying, so they're going to just advance the race. It is 40 laps, so look for that to have a good impact here. And I did not set up a good camera for this, so we'll go ahead and get the camera set up here. All right. All right, so far we have Sahij back on pole for tonight in the number 072. The 079 in P number 2 of Alex Carver. The 6 of Mason Smith in the number 3 and 3rd. Matt Crockett, the Rocket, in the number 10 car. Liquid Death Machine, rolling P number 4. Abhi Vishuvasham in the 08, rolling out P5. Kevin Foster, P6 in that number 8 Rusted Machine. Wonder if anybody has ever gotten a sponsor for him to get him a new car or not, as he dug that one out of the garage. But so far, so good with the good old Rusted Mobile here. In 7th place will be the 05 of Tim Thompson. Good to see him out here on track with us tonight. And rounding out your 8-car field will be the number 78 of Terry Jansen. So those are going to be your guys for tonight. Again, a little bit of a smaller field. A lot of people couldn't get the day off of work or not get off in time. But here we are. There are not two fast repairs. There are 2 cautions tonight. So you always got to make sure. A lot of people not able to make it tonight, but there are different cautions tonight. Is if you do have to tow, if you get into a wreck, they will throw a caution for you, and you'll be able to get back on the lead lap as we're getting ready to go through the turns here. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the track map for everybody so that you guys can see exactly what these guys are going to have to go through as they're getting ready to go green already. So look at that, Sahaj. Sorry, I apologize if I do mess up your first name, but they are green, green, green. Sahaj and it looks like Alex going to take them into turn 1. Sahaj going to have or actually it's going to be Alex having the pull on Sahaj here, as Alex is going to be in the lead. But here comes Mason Smith, another core guy, as they go into the first kind of right-hander there to make it out clean and clear. Everybody's single file all the way through. So far, so good. Nobody's really trying to force the issue. But it looks like Terry Jansen actually has fallen off the pace here a little bit. Wonder if he's just trying to get his feet wet in this car and on this track and not trying to be in everybody's way. But in the back, the Rusted Machine of the number 8 of Kevin Foster, he's just riding in the back. That is something that he does like to do. Just ride around and be there when it counts. When it's all said and done, he will be there at the front when you don't least expect him. Tim Thompson on the other. Oh, we have a guy into the wall. Tim Thompson. Not sure exactly what happened to him. He has wrecked his car. And it looks like the SDK did not catch that. So I am not 100% sure exactly what happened to Mr. Tim Thompson. But back up front here with Mason and Matt Crockett. The IndyCar series is sponsored by Liquid Death Sparkling Water. Rocket, or Mountain Sparkling Water, I should say. Make sure you go get you a little bit of sparkling water, as it looks like Matt Crockett is P number 4 still holding strong, just getting his tires in, as we got 2 down pit road, the 8 and the 05 of Tim Thompson go down pit road, and that's not a good way that you want to start this race off, and having to go down pit road a little bit too early. Two laps in, and you can already see how these guys are running it. It's like this car bounces a lot going through the corners and down the straight. So we're going to see a lot of different strategies happen here. I'm not exactly sure what what your fuel strategy will be, but it'll be a sight to see as these guys, they're in and out within 5 seconds. So you're going to see a lot of different strategies here tonight. But so far, we have Sahaj back in the lead over Alex Carver. Let's see if we can't just get back up to Mr. Alex here. As Sahaj is starting to pull away from Alex just a little bit, kind of keeping him honest though, not able to let him pull away. Tell you one thing though, with me personally, I do not like the Indy cars. It's just every time I drive them, I just can't get the hang of them. So definitely be glad that I'm up here in the booth, letting these guys do what they do, and me just up here doing what I do. So big. Oh, look like Alex got in the wall a little bit. That's gonna hurt him, maybe, as he's still on the back of Sahaj. So Sahaj has led this whole race so far. Granted, we're only 4 laps in, but that's a long 4 laps at 2.34 miles of track. You can see Sahaj trying to break that draft, not going to be able to get it done. Alex caught a whiff of it, noticed what he was doing, and he followed in his footsteps the whole way down. So far, no real big battles on track as the top three have pulled away. Matt Crockett, is in 4th place, but not too far back, as it looks like the 08 of Abhi Vishwasam is in 5th. And then Tim Thompson just in front of the leaders here. About, one long straightaway. He is in the 05. One long straightaway away from being in front of the leaders. So you're going to see the leaders here kind of catch up to the number 78 of Terry Jansen, as it looks like Alex Carver got passed by Mason Smith. Mason, another core guy, ran in the Premier Series, does like roads, so we're going to see what Mason Smith can do on this road course. So far, still a good battle for your 2nd and 3rd place, but Mason really trying to put the distance on your 3rd place runner, Alex Carver, as he's starting to pull away now, and that's going to allow Matt Crockett to kind of catch up to the good old 079 machine of Alex Carver. I really applaud these guys. They can do this any day of the week, and you can definitely tell who puts the time in and who does not. So it looks like something happened to the 079, and he's going down to pit lane. Not sure exactly what happened here, if that was a scheduled pit stop or if you could only do 6 laps on a tank of fuel. But we'll go ahead and jump up to our race leader here, as the 072 of Sahaj Padhir is trying to pull away from Mason Smith, and Mason's starting to track him down. So look forward to Mason Smith pulling up on him and seeing exactly what he can do, as the 78 and the 079 are still in pit lane. Not exactly sure what happened. Going to have to take a look. As we are coming to take lap number 7 here. He's got 2 more corners and he'll be on lap number 7. But Mason Smith still in his tire tracks trying to find a way around the 072 of Sahaj. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe, share with your friends, get involved with the CRN. If you are looking for a league to join, Core Racing League, which is what we are broadcasting tonight, Core Racing League does have some stuff in for everybody in here tonight. So make sure you get in. They do run every night, but I believe Wednesday and Friday, and Saturday, as of right now, those are the 3 days that we do not run. Sundays are Premier Series. That is a lot of fun, and I got to see the schedule for next season as I was able to pick one of the races, and that is going to be a fun season. So if you guys want to get involved in the Core Racing League, just go to www.coreracingleague.com. Make sure you apply now. See what exactly fits your driving style, whether it's oval, if it's dirt, if it's road, if it's dirt road, anything that you guys would like. We have something for you every single night as the trucks take their talents to Iowa this week, as you'll catch me and Kevin in the booth for that one. Thursdays are normally the vintage cup cars, but we just ended our championship last Thursday and we're going into season 5. That is $10 to get in. So if you guys do like running the 1987 Ford Thunderbird 87, if you like running the 87 Monte Carlo and the Buick, that is something fun to always do. There will be one dirt race and one road course. The rest will be ovals. It's just a 10 race season, so make sure you guys get those entry forms in, get your stuff paid. Those are broadcasted by Carl, Handwork, and Jimmy on Thursday nights, and then you have Sunday, which is the premiere. Different cars, different tracks every week. And if I had to guess on which season and which series I was looking forward to, it would have to be the premiere along with the 87s. I love the 87 cars. One of the best cars I like on the sim. But beggars can't be choosers, so I had to do both of them. And so far, 9 laps in, and Sahaj is the only one that has not pitted yet. Everybody else is taking pit road, and Sahaj is out here kind of showing him, seeing how long he can make it feel last. As the number 079 is back down pit road. Not sure exactly what happened to him, but so far you got Matt Crockett in second and Mason Smith in third, and everybody else from Mason Smith and down is 1 lap down. As we don't see Sahaj taking pit road yet, so he's going to be out another lap over everybody else, and everybody else kind of short pitted. So I wonder if they're going to try to make it the distance here. Not sure exactly how many laps they can go. Didn't quite get to answer or ask the questions when they were doing their thing over there, but I do know these races could go green the whole way, so always want to keep your eye out just in case if something does happen. Just checking through the chat here. We got Michael Zepp. He's Sahaj's #1 fan. So Sahaj, if you are listening to the broadcast, just know you have your #1 supporter out there in chat, giving you guys a follow out there. Just a jar of racing. Jimmy Ensley, how's it going out there in the YouTube world? Same with Jeremy Lyon Watkins. He's saying go Abby. Abby is sitting P4, 1 lap down, but the race leader has yet to pit, so that's going to be something different here, as we're still waiting to see if he is going to pit, and he might be coming down this time, maybe? We will know whenever he comes out of this next corner. And he's still going to be out there, so no pits for the number 072 machine. So again, guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, do whatever you guys need to do to get CRN up there, get these guys known out there on YouTube, Facebook, whatever we do end up broadcasting on. It's a great family over here with CRN, as me, Jimmy, and Carl. You know, we put together some really good broadcasts, and every week is something different. You know, we could have a really good race with no cautions, or we could have one race with a couple. And I can tell you, for one, Martinsville in the 87s, that was a caution fest, and you know, we bounced back from it. You know, everybody here in the CRN and core racing league, you know, we know how everybody drives, and we give the most respect to everybody. As it looks like Sahaj still has not pit, so we're gonna bring up our pit strategy here as stint length. Let's go ahead and take a look here, as Sahaj has not pit at all. Matt Crockett has not pit either. So we're looking at two guys still have not yet to pit, and it looks like Mr. Matt Crockett is not pitted either. So we're gonna see exactly what happens here, as we're coming to lap number 14. And this has been pretty much a Sahaj show so far, and there's really nobody else really trying to challenge him for the lead, as he comes around this nice little double apex left-hander back into a right 90-degree turn. So definitely got to make sure you hit your right marks there, so you don't get into the wall or get into anybody else. But you know, he's coming around that final double kink right-hander, and he's still not pitting. So Sahaj is still staying out, not worried about running out of fuel. If I'd have to guess, they could probably go 20 laps at possibly. So we never know. We might see something that we didn't know could happen. Maybe Sahaj might have put it in the engine mapping number 8 to save as much fuel as he possibly can, since he's got such a big lead. He's got a 22-second lead over Matt Crockett and Mason Smith. So you're looking at Sahaj, he's kind of pulling away, but it looks like Matt Crockett has a little bit of company with the number 6 of Mason Smith. Crockett here going to pull over, give the spot up to the number 6 of Mason Smith. He's going to move himself back up to P2. As the 072 is still out there, have not pitted yet. Same with the number 10. And this is becoming a really good race for P number 2 and number 3 as Mason Smith has pit. He is on, I think, 5 or 6 lap older tires than Matt Crockett. So this is going to be a really good show to the end. So far, it looks like the number 8 of Kevin Foster has caught the 05 of Tim Thompson. So we're going to drop back to that here really quick. Is Tim already burned a fast repair, and I think he might have forgotten that he could tow to get a caution, but he was able to limp it back to pit road there. So no caution at all. Still green. Kevin Foster still trying to catch up to the number 05 of Tim Thompson. That's pretty much our closest battle on the track. Is the 6 is catching up to the 08 of Abi Visuvasam. But I believe Abi, with racing with Abi in the 87 cars and anything in general, Abi is the type of person that will just get the spot up. He doesn't want to force the issue, needless to say. So look for Abi Visuvasam to just let him by in a really long straight to where it looks like Tim Thompson kind of got a little wide there. The 05 almost barreling it into the wall. But looking so far as it looks like Kevin Foster has gotten around Tim Thompson. So now we're going to see exactly what... Oops, sorry guys here. Get off of that guy. Because he's not racing. Sorry everybody. Hitting the wrong button there. Get back to the race here as we have a 3-car battle here between Tim Thompson, the number 8, and the the 8072 and the 05, but it looks like the 6 got around the number 08, and now Matt Crockett is starting to make his way around Abi Visuvasam. We'll go ahead and jump on top of this here so we can see this battle going on. And that's another thing you don't want to do is those curbs, especially with this car being so low to the ground, you don't really want to hit that inside curb, as that could really upset the car and make you spin. As it looks like Matt Crockett is now under pressure from the 072, and Matt's just going to let him go on around, not going to forced the issue there, but that was actually Sahaj actually got back around Matt Crockett. Nope, I apologize. It was the 079 of Alex Carver. He got around Matt Crockett. Now he's going to start working on Abhi Vishwasam, as it looks like he is alongside of Abhi here. Abhi just going to let him go around. Smart thinking by the number oh 08 of Abhi Vishwasam. As it looks like Tim Thompson is going down pit road. So another early pit stop for the oh 05 of Tim Thompson. So it looks like Kevin Foster is catching your race leader of the number 072. Kevin Foster trying to get one of those 3 laps back. Gonna have to get it the hard way here as Abhi Vishwasam gets into there, and that might be a tow. If he ends up towing, I will throw a caution. And he's not gonna tow. Not sure exactly. Gonna see if he has to, and that will bring out the first caution here. So caution number 1 for tonight, as that will bring out our first caution, as Abhi Vishwasam is in pit road getting a tow done. All right, so while they get everything back up here, and it looks like Kevin Foster has a little bit of pit road damage, or not pit road damage, but it looks like Kevin Foster actually got a little bit of damage here. We're going to see exactly what happened and see exactly. Uh, not, don't see anything that happened to the. So we're going to jump on over to Sahaj here. He might be trying to get up to the pace car, and he has caught the pace car finally, but look how much of a gap he has between everybody, as he's on that long straight and everybody else is trying to follow, and he's playing a little bit of peekaboo with us up here in the broadcast booth. So what better yet way to do something and get that guy into the broadcast booth and see exactly what's going on here. Abby, this is Dylan in the broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I gotcha. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can. I was just actually on broadcast watching you fight your way through this field, letting everybody by, and it just looks like the wheels locked up on you and you just went into that little barrier. What was it, just the way that your tires were set up with them being a little bit older and trying to overcook the corner, or did you just misjudge it?
No, no, that was first of all, that was the broadcaster's curse. So let's get that out of the way. The second part of it, the second part of it was the fact that I was noticing every turn I was in, my delta was green. So I was thinking, okay, car, what's going on? Am I getting faster or what's going on with the car? I look, fuel load is lighter, so I know the car's lighter. So I'm driving the same way, but all of a sudden the car's lighter, and I just thought to myself, I probably should drive differently because it's lighter, and I hit the wall. There you have it.
Well, I mean, at least it wasn't another itching your leg kind of story, you know. It just,
So,
car got a little light and it just got away from you. But uh, other than that, you guys, you went 21 laps. It does suck that you did have to tow. I was not sure if you wanted the tow or not, but with it being such a bigger course, uh, I did want to honor that rule of having the tow and having the caution come out. I know the leader didn't want to see it, but had to be fair.
Yeah, no, I actually kind of, I guess the caution is just the right thing to do at this point. I was in the middle of the track somewhere. I couldn't move the car, so it all made sense. But yeah, unfortunate. I thought I was having a pretty good race. Even despite that crash, I only have 2x, which is pretty impressive, I think, for this track.
That is
For
very
both lanes.
impressive. Very, very impressive. As we look here, everybody's going down pit road, but yeah, Matt Crockett almost got into you there, and he had a very evasive maneuver. Did you think maybe he would have hit you, or did he get away scot-free?
Uh, Matt, Matt actually, I heard him hit the wall. So I don't think he hit it hard. Like I don't think it took any body parts off of him, but definitely forced him. Oh, okay. Oh,
All right, well,
I gotta get going. I am getting an announcement that.
I'll go ahead and throw you back in there with, I believe you were in with Tim.
Thank you.
Were you in there with Tim, bud?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was Abhi Vishwavasan, the guy who brought out the first caution of tonight. But it is still a long race to go, so we're going to see exactly what does happen here. Sahaj still leading this field, but you have Mason Smith right behind him with Matt Crockett in P number 3. So you're going to look for those three to kind of pull away and see what they can do. As they are still behind the pace car. Not sure exactly what's going on with the 079. Looks like the 08 and the 8 as they are still trying to catch the lead pack. So 22 laps down, 18 more to go. So with this pretty much being a competition caution, we could call it. This is going to possibly be the final restart of the race, but so far Sahaj has pretty much dominated this race. But you got Mason Smith coming around trying to look for that first win, I believe, of this season. So far so good. As you can hear a little bit of talking through the drivers. I do have to keep that on just a little bit so I could hear them just in case if somebody does have to tow and I'm not able to see it. I can hurry up and throw out the caution for them if need be. But we're getting ready to go double file here. Looks like Sahaj is taking the inside going into that first corner. So look for him to get a good jump into the first corner to get that little bit of a lead. So far, we have everybody here with us today. As I'm not sure. Oh, it looks like Kevin Foster, Tim Thompson, and Terry Jansen are out of this race. So it is a five car race. So not sure exactly what is going on. Wonder if they burned up their fast repair, not able to get back with the field. as we are 1 to green here. The last 17 laps, and we will decide our race winner. Alright, so here we go. Pace cars get ready to dip off here, and Sahaj will have the preferred line going into the first corner right after the start finish line. So we're going to see exactly what Sahaj can do. Mason Smith was on a tear there until pit road happened, and not sure exactly what happened as Sahaj is kind of getting a little bit of an early jump here, and they are green, green, green all the way back in and through. Just 5 guys out here running. But it looks like Matt Crockett's going to take the inside line away from the number 6 of Mason Smith. Not sure if, yeah, Mason was able to get back on around him. But now the 079 is going to dive it in on the 10 of Matt Crockett, take that position away, but he's on his way up to get that 1 lap back. So that is not a battle for position, as the number 079 of Alex Carver, he's he's a man on a mission. He's trying to get up to that lead and pass him for the lead so he can get that lucky dog back the old-fashioned way. And just in case if a caution does come out, he is back on the lead lap and he doesn't have to worry about anything. But now he's got Mason Smith. He's got a face full of Mason Smith as he's going to try to work his way around the number 6. And Mason, you've seen in that first run, he just took his time. And now it just looks like Mason's trying to do the same thing in this battle here. And just wait a little bit. Let Sahaj get a big enough lead, and then have him come back through the field and see if he can make a pass on your race leader. So far has been Sahaj leading from start to finish. So we're going to see if we can get a new race leader and even a new race winner. So far, Mason letting Sahaj get out to a little bit of a lead, but he does have draft from Alex Carver. Alex, again, not on the lead lap, not even battling for the second position, but he's making Mason Smith run a little bit harder than Mason wants to. Not sure exactly if that's what you want to do, especially with the lead car in front of you, as if there is another tow, that is another caution, so you always got to watch out for that. You don't really want to put yourself into a predicament where it causes a caution, but maybe you want that caution so you can get that lucky dog back and get back on the lead lap. But you just got to make sure that you're not part of the caution. That could happen, and that could be a very, very bad day for Alex Carver as he's trying to really push the buttons here with Mason Smith. So far, your top 3. Sahaj Padhir, Matt Smith, and Matt Crockett the Rocket. And these guys are putting on a great showing for tonight at Detroit. Next week is going to be a even better race, as I believe it's twin races next week as we go to Phoenix Raceway for 200 laps. So check me back here next Monday as we tackle Phoenix International Raceway, 200 laps in the desert. So that's something you don't want to miss next week as we take our chances off of the oval or the roads and we go back to the ovals. So far right now, Mason Smith kind of pulling away from the 079 here. He's going to try to make his move on the number 072. Going to see exactly what he can do. Still not able to get that tail draft, but he's making him drive a little bit overzealous as the 06 of Mason Smith holding on strong to P number 2, but Matt Crockett, he's just riding. He's perfectly fine with the position he's in right now. He's the last car on the lead lap. He doesn't have to worry about anything else like that. But then you got Abhi Vishwasam back there riding around in 5th. And that's a good point stay for Abhi. So you're going to see a lot of different strategies come out. Do you want to push the issue or do you just want to finish pretty good? As it looks like Sahaj has put his car in cruise control and starting to try to pull away from your uh, second place runner Mason Smith. Again, guys, make sure if you are tuning in, make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, everything you can. It looks like Mason Smith got a little bit loose going into that corner, was able to save it. Good save by the number 6, and Alex Carver got a little bit of damage there, a little bit of neck coat between those two, a little bit of front wing damage. That's something that you don't want to have, as that could play dividends to a little bit of aero push. And with aero push in these cars, that's something you don't really want to have as they go into the final corner. And Alex Carver smacks the wall again. Something you don't want to do either, as these cars do get a little bit of damage and your race is pretty much done. As he hits the wall again for the 3rd time. So far, Mason Smith making him overdrive his car and is paying dividends to Mason Smith as he's able to pull out a little bit. And Mason Smith's trying to track down your race leader of Sahaj Pedhir. So far, so good. I'm going to see exactly what Mason Smith has in store for our race leader. As it looks like Mason is closing that gap down. It was 1.9 seconds. Now it's down to 1.5. So give it a couple more laps and we could have a real good battle on our hands. As Mason Smith going to try to look for his first race win of the season here for the IndyCar Series. Mason Smith has been in core for quite some time here, and I believe his first road win in core came from, believe it was here or Long Beach, one of the two. He does like road. That's his nickname in core. Mason Smith likes road. So if you do see Mason Smith, make sure you do give him a shout out on the road course stuff, as he is a guru at this stuff. And he does do a lot of the special event endurance races, but not on the core teams. He does it with a bunch of his friends. And I believe they always place well. So we're going to see exactly what Mason Smith has in store for the 072 of Sahaj, as that gap went from 1.5 down to 1.4, and now it's back up to the 1.5. So you can definitely tell where Mason loses some time, but you can tell where Mason picks up time, as there's a place where Mason picks up a lot of time, dropping it all the way down to 1.4, now back up to 1.5. So far, so good. Got it back up to a 1.7 gap lead here. Back down to 1.6, but it's going to be right back up to a 1.7 second gap, as it looks like Mason Smith is still having troubles in some of this stuff. And Sahaj has really gotten this track down in these Dallara IR18s. These cars are the newer IndyCar iRacing has come out with a few other ones, but these ones are the ones that you run in the officials for the NTT IndyCar series. But anyways, so far Mason Smith has really brought down that time back from a 1.7 down to a 1.4, but back up to a 1.8 in almost 2 seconds now. So now you're looking at Mason Smith trying everything he can. There's only 10 more laps to go. Can and does Mason Smith have anything for a race leader? Abi Vishwavasham having some problems here. Gonna jump on board to Abi's car. Gonna get off it. Oh, Abi has a broken wheel and a broken wing. Not sure exactly what happened to the number 08. As he's still rolling here. He's out of the way. All right, as Abi Vishwavasham has made it to pit road. Going to go back up to our race leader, Sahaj. But here, still showing the way of the number 6 of Mason Smith. Mason still having some troubles getting away from that number 079 of Alex Carver. But Alex not letting him get away, as those two are kind of in a little bit of a tandem draft. Maybe Mason Smith can let that number 079 pull up behind him. You let him get around him and follow him, as there's only 8 more laps to go in this 40 lap feature. Sahaj still putting on a show here tonight, as Mason Smith is still trying to catch up to him. We have Abi in pit road. Not sure if he's able to come back out here or not. But if he's not, he's still guaranteed a top 5 finish tonight. So that's going to help him out with points. So it looks like, yeah, the gap's still big, still a little bit bigger for the race leader. He's just taking his time here, not going to make any sudden moves here in order to lose the lead. So Mason Smith still trying to play cat and mouse here. Got all the way down to a 1.4 second gap, 1.3, 1.2, 1.1, and we may be able to see it go down to a second gap here, as Mason Smith has closed it down to a 0.9 second gap, back up to a second. So now we're going to see exactly what Mason Smith can do, see if he can pass him here, as he's still got a little bit of a gap on him. So Mason Smith still trying to get to that elusive race win. So far, 34 laps out of 40, but you can see the gap closing. And so far, it is Sahaj. He's trying to break the draft there as you see him go from the outside wall back to the inside wall as he's getting a little bit of a pressure from the number 6 of Mason Smith. Mason Smith just trying to do everything he possibly can to get around the number 072. Not able to make anything happen as of yet, but there is still some time left for on that left out there on the table. So we're going to see exactly what he can do here. Sahaj still holding strong here. Still got 5 more laps to go to make this go into the win column for Sahaj. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Sahaj sat on pole for the Indy 500 that CRN broadcasted a couple weeks ago. So Sahaj on the pole for that, on the pole for tonight, leading pretty much from start to finish here as he's weaving back and forth trying to cut that draft off of the nose of the number 6 so he doesn't get to him. But the 6 not giving an inch. He's going to stay right there with him. Still just a little bit over a second back. 1.1 now, but still steadily dropping. And with Sahaj getting loose in that one corner, that kind of opened up the door for Mr. Mason Smith as he has caught him now under 1 second. So it is go time for the number 6. Going to see exactly what he can do. He doesn't want to get loose. He doesn't want to spin it. He doesn't want to do anything. But right now, it's pretty much Sahaj's race to lose. All he has to do is just be super competitive and super smooth through every corner and apex through this track. It looks like Alex Carver got in the wall a little bit. Coming off that corner. Able to keep it straight. Nobody towed. Nobody did anything as we're coming to 4 to go this time by. And Sahaj back up to a 0.8 of a second. So now we're going to see exactly what Mason Smith can do here. Going to try to reload these overlays to see if that scoring is correct here. And it is. Sahaj trying to do everything in his power to keep Mason Smith behind him, but how much is he willing to battle? If I had more knowledge of these cars, I'd do it, but I don't have that much knowledge of these cars, so I'm going as it is. Sahaj has now gotten a 1.7 second gap again. Not sure exactly what happened there, but it looks like Mason Smith has fallen off pace. Wonder if he has pushed his car to the limits just a little bit too early and not able to get back up to the number 072. And now it is really his race to lose. Now for the second to last time, well, a couple more times around the track, and we could see a winner in the number 072 of Sahaj Padir. Sahaj running a very clean, perfect race tonight in the 072 machine, but that gap has went back down to 1.3 from 1.7 down to a 1.3. If Mason Smith can close that gap every lap, he should be there by the time they get to the final lap. Matt Crockett back there, get ready to take lap number 39 out of 40. And that number 10 Liquid Death Mountain Water Machine. He's had a pretty strong run here tonight. Been able to keep it off of Avi when he wrecked. Able to keep it off the wall for the most part. As Mason Smith has closed the gap down to 1.1 now. Mason Smith could very well be here if he times every corner correctly and gets the right runs off. As he gets a little bit too wide, going to lose a little bit of time, but not that much. And they're going down into the double apex right-hander, down into the late apex left-hander, or yeah, right-hander now, sorry. And now we're going to see a good battle for the lead, possibly on the final lap, as it looks like Alex Carver got a little bit loose coming out of that corner. Able to save it, as Sahir, oh, Mason Smith gets in the wall a little bit. That's going to hurt a little bit of his time, but a second place finish could be very well in doubt, as that gap is now down to a .7 tenths of a second now, as Mason Smith has caught his draft, and we could possibly see a last lap pass, and we could really say, where did he come from, as Mason Smith is right there on his back bumper pretty much, as Sahaj has a mirror full of Mason Smith. We'll point out though, Mason Smith's car is an Arizona Cardinal. He is from Arizona. He does, I would say, he likes the Arizona Cardinals. They have a pretty stout football team. But look at that, Mason Smith had a very good entry and exit. Sahaj got a little bit loose, but so did Mason. Might come down to the final corner. What does Mason Smith do here? He is right on his back bumper. Here we go to the final corners here. Point 0.3 of a second. Does Mason Smith have anything for our race leader? Not going to be able to get it done here, but a second place finish would put up a very good points night. But Sahaj put here taking the victory. Mason Smith in second, Matt Crockett in third, Alex Carver in fourth, Abi Vishwavasan in fifth, Kevin Foster in sixth, Tim Thompson in seventh, Terry Jensen rounding out your 8-car field. So while they get that going, I will go ahead and let these guys know to come into the broadcast booth here and get everything going. So get these three into the broadcast waiting room. See Sahaj sitting there doing a little bit of victory burnout here. He ran a very good race, kept it in the lead the whole 40 laps, and he will come out victorious. As Matt Crockett is finally taking his limped car back to the pit road, and we will get ready to go with our interviews as of right now. Matt Crockett, this is Dylan McDonald in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, bud, you brought it home P number 3 at Detroit. You did try to keep it as clean as you possibly can. You did get in the wall a little bit with when Abi Vishwavasan got in the wall and was stopped there, couldn't get his car turned or moved. kind of walk us through how your race went tonight. I know you put a lot of practice in at this track, and bringing home P3 is no easy task.
Yeah, it was just I wanted to be clean and got a little bit of contact with Abby there. It was just a 0x, but actually took the white flag and had my spotter or crew chief say something, and it threw me off, and I forgot to downshift and totally annihilated myself on the last lap, so totally got rid of my clean race. So I got 2x from that. But other than that, I mean, uh, just wanted to keep it clean and got the results I wanted.
Well, you did certainly that, kept it clean the whole race. You were up there battling there for a little bit, and you got off pit cycle with everybody else. Was that your plan to short pit and get new tires, or w- what was your main focus with pit stops?
I was just gonna run it all the way out. I could go about 22 laps on the tank, and that takes about one stopper compared to everybody else that kind of pit stopped early. So I figured more people would kill themselves basically in the race and give me the opportunity to get around them and kind of gain more time on them.
Yeah, that you did. I mean, you did finish P number three. You were the last car on the lead lap. Going into Phoenix next week, what's going to be your strategy for instead of turning left and right, you're just going to be going in a left-handed circle. So what's your mentality and strategy for Phoenix next week?
It'll be a lot like this one, honestly. Survive. It is an extremely fast racetrack. Uh, it's absolutely insane. You're downshifting once, barely even lifting one time around the track, and at night it's just going to have that grip, and it's going to be sketchy. And I actually hadn't. The officials for IndyCar were there not too long ago, and was in a practice with actually Robert Wickens, and was bouncing feedback and what I could learn from him regarding Phoenix and all that stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be insane, and it'll be another survival.
Yeah, that I mean, I did watch the Texas race, the very first race, and the Indy race, and these cars are all about survival, especially if you do hit the wall, it could end your race completely for the night. But with that being said, before I get you out of here and you can go celebrate with your sponsors, is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Uh, Core for putting this on. Everybody that participated in the practices I put up all week long. Very good turnout. Top three, top four, all showed up every damn night. Oops, sorry, every night. Uh, I apologize for the language, but yeah, it was crazy. But I would like to also thank my wife, my kid, my mom, my dad, Liquid Death for allowing me to put their logos on my car, Utah Foster Care, and Oatly milk. Check them all out. LiquidDeath.com or Amazon.com. Search Liquid Death if you're an Amazon Prime member. Free shipping. They got all flavors there. Check them out.
All right. Well, that was our third place finisher, Matt Crockett. Gonna bring in the second place finisher of Mason Smith. Mason, this is Dylan McDonald in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
All right, Mason. Well, I've known you for a couple of years now, being in the Premier Series. We ran with each other a little bit. You haven't really ran with me a lot, considering I haven't done a lot of Premier Series racing just because all the road. But I've taken a
Yeah.
new liking to road, so you're going to see me a lot more next year. But with tonight being Detroit, did you think you had anything for the race leader?
I definitely had something him for there. It's just it was just too little, too late. Cause at the start he usually gets away from me, cause he's very fast. Can't pronounce his name, but yes, he
Sahaj.
is
I think
definitely,
it's
yeah, Sahaj.
Sahaj.
Yeah, Sahaj. Yeah, he's definitely fast here, and he gave me for the run of his money. But yeah, I would say that I was the more consistent driver today myself, and yeah.
Yeah, you were very consistent, and I did notice. You kind of let everybody kind of run their race. Let them get out far ahead of you. You just tracked them back in. Did you think maybe they were burning up all their tires and getting a little bit too loose for their liking, or was that just your strategy the whole time?
Oh no, No, it was. I actually talked to him today after the race, and he was just making a little mistake after left and right when I was just catching up to him. So it was definitely human error on his part, and yeah, I can see why. But no, it was tires wise, it was all fine. It was the car was very strong when the tires got warm, and of course, with that, you don't want to damage the car, otherwise you're gonna be slow. And that's what Sahaj did today. He kept it clean. I tapped the walls a little bit there on the last closing laps, but still, yeah, he was fast.
Yeah, you were very fast, and hopefully we get to see you in the Premier Series on Sunday nights. It's going to be a pretty crazy, pretty cool schedule next season. So hopefully we see you out there on Sunday nights, and before we get you out of here and get to celebrate this second place victory, do you have anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Well, I thank you for all the other drivers that came out here to participate today, because this was a fun race.
Yeah, that indeed it was. So I'll go ahead and let you go back down and celebrate with your team and everybody in core, and we will catch you next week.
All right, thank you.
Yep. Moving on to our race winner here, Sahaj. I believe it is pronounced Sahaj. Correct me if I'm wrong. Uh,
You got
I I got it right.
Yep.
Oh,
First
there we
try.
go. See, I got it right. For once, I actually pronounced somebody's name correctly. But this is
You beat the
Dylan
other
in
two
the
to
broad.
it.
This is Dylan in the broadcast booth. Just kind of walk me through your whole race tonight. You know, you led from start to finish. You had Mason Smith there in your rearview mirror pretty much the whole time there in the closing laps. Did you think maybe he was able to get around you if you had another lap?
Oh my god. From start to finish. That was really fun actually. Just trying to get that gap built before that first caution came out. That was all I was thinking. And then on that second stint, he started closing down on me with like 10 to go. I was shaking a little because I know what he can do around a road course. And on that last lap, I was just like, "Oh man, I'm gonna have to start actually pushing," which my tires are not up for that. So really nervous the entire time, but
Yeah,
we tried to keep it clean.
he did mention that you were making a little bit of human error and mistakes, and I was seeing him a little bit as well up here on the
Yeah,
broadcast booth. Just those little bit of mistakes kind of allowed him to catch up to you. But
yeah.
I asked the other two this going into Phoenix next week. What's your anticipations of instead of going left and right and trading it in for that, going to straight just left hand turns? Are you prepared for it, or do you have to practice, or are you just letting Jesus take the wheel?
I'm definitely gonna put in some laps, figure out where I'm at, and yeah, I don't turn left often, exclusively, so we're just gonna let that ride out, see how it goes.
All right. Well, before we send you on out of here and get the closing ballots on this broadcast, is there anybody want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, JPad Discount Liquors for sponsoring me, everyone on Trading Paints that's giving me commissions and whatnot. My teammate Alex Carver, he was putting some pressure on Mason, which was thank God. And you for just hosting this whole thing, keeping it alive.
Yeah, I did mention that in the broadcast that they ended up going and broadcasting another league and passed the reins over to me. So you'll be hearing my voice every week on Monday nights, and hopefully I'll be talking to you again next week.
I can't wait. See you around, man.
See you
Thank you.
later, buddy. All right. Well, that was our top three for tonight. So we're going to go through the run order one last time as the race is completely over. And we'll go ahead and show our race results here. Sahaj Padir in the 072 QZ Motorsports coming home with the win in Detroit. In second place is Mason Smith in the number 6. Third, Matt Crockett the Rocket in the 10. Alex Carver in the 079 in fourth, Abi Visuvasam in the 08 in fifth, Tim Thompson in the 05 in sixth, Kevin Foster in the 8 in seventh, and Terry Jansen Jr. in the 78, rounding out your 8-car field. That's going to do it for me tonight. Catch me here tomorrow as the trucks go to Iowa for a little short track action. This will be the second short track on the schedule. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, anything you guys would like to see these guys back in action next week. That's going to do it for me. Make sure you guys take care and brush your hair.